Let's start with the question. Why is there no difference in FPS between using 720p and 1080p for GTA 5? I used the GTA 5 built-in benchmark tests at 1080p vs 720p, and found that the benchmark results had little difference. In fact, the average FPS for 1080p was higher than that of 720p. All other settings were kept the same. GTA 5 benchmark results. 1080p frames per second. Higher is better. Min. Max. AVG pass 0. 47. 884,686, 106. 038651, 89. 360,901 pass 1, 66. 367,462, 129. 559,692, 107. 134,224 pass 2, 73. 644,211, 149. 183,258, 109. 369,591 pass 3, 74. 202,469, 140. 992,554, 121. 042595 pass 4, 40. 994,385, 193. 316,055, 112. 253,723 GTA 5 benchmark results, 720p frames per second, higher is better, min, max, AVG pass 0, 53. 231,331, 99. 779,015, 80. 330,269 pass 1, 49. 893,250, 138. 234,314, 89. 887,611 pass 2, 59. 239,407, 142. 057755, 83. 320,381 pass 3, 53. 007504, 137. 594,223, 86. 780,602 pass 4, 32. 280,907, 179. 472,031, 95. 087677. I've double-checked these results to make sure I didn't get the two mixed up. The 1080p FPS performance in terms of minimum, maximum and average were higher than that of the 720p in almost all cases. This is unexpected, as 1080p would be pushing 2,073,600 pixels, while 720p only needs to work with 864,000 pixels, less than half of the pixels at 1080p. I have not done tests in other games, but this really bewilders me. Can anyone explain it? System specs: CPU, Intel i7 6700, 3. 4 GHz GPU. AMD RX 480. 8 GB RAM. 16 GB OS. Windows 10 Home. 64-bit GTA 5 DirectX 11 mode. I have the latest graphics drivers from AMD at the time of the test. Also, this is a new pre-built computer that was released late 2016. Dell XPS 8910 SE. So how can we solve this? There's one possible answer. Answer 1. It's always funny to me when I see things like bottlenecking in a troubleshooting post. Just because every video card is technically bottlenecked by the PCIe bus and motherboard. Before the processor even gets involved. That's not why this is happening. Believe it or not, your results are precisely as expected. Once you clear 720p, you've effectively got all of the textures that were meant to load being managed. Texture processing is a large part of rendering. And your card has plenty of RAM to store the textures. GTA 5 doesn't use 4K textures. And I'd wager most of them are actually relatively low resolution, laid across high poly objects. The high polygon objects and features like anti-aliasing weigh down the GPU. And that's where you're seeing a difference at all. Seeing as your video card is relatively new and comparable to the NVIDIA 1060 in performance. And GTA 5 is not by any means a new game. The real reason you're not seeing a difference is because you aren't making the card sweat. Your low-end FPS is still faster than most humans can perceive. I noticed you didn't post your test parameters themselves. You should do so. All graphics settings listed. Turn AA and texture filtering all the way up. Just max out every setting. And then run your comparison. FYI, I had a similar experience with the 760 GTX. Resolution didn't matter. And only pushing AA really tested it. Once I went up to a 1070, GTA 5 could run maxed for days and barely make my GPU's fans spin. I hope this answer helped, and if it did, please drop a comment and subscribe.